Hello everybody, it's Girl Got Game. Welcome to the stream. I think we're live. Hopefully my audio's good and everything. Alright, welcome to the first sponsored stream on the channel. Big shout out to Transparent Games again for the sponsorship today. A couple of housekeeping items before we begin. I'll be streaming for 2 hours approximately. And I have links to the game demo and also this game's Kickstarter that's coming up in the description below. So if you'd like to find out more about this game, I encourage you to go check those links out. Also, I played this game back in September, so I'm actually going to be picking up from where I left off there. So a quick summary of what happened last time, for anyone who didn't see me play. Is we play a girl who was an American office worker. She got isekai'd by Truck-kun into this boys love Korean novel, and she avoided her death flag and is now basically the protagonist of this story. So yeah, now we're just kind of focused on her becoming the Saintess of the Golden Bow. This bow has chosen her to save the world from the Demon Queen, and a couple of the guys are a little aggro towards her. A couple of the guys are already really interested in her. And we're just trying to survive and not have anyone figure out that we're not part of this world, basically. So, without further ado, let's load into the game and get started. Let me know if the audio's too quiet at all. I can always make it a little louder. And other than that, we'll just get going. After the audience, I ask everyone to give me some time alone. I'm too overwhelmed by the recent events. I need some time to think. I take a sheet of paper and a quill and I begin to scribble down my thoughts. I survived my death event, the demon attack in the woods near the decorous mansion. That's why Levi is likely to continue to love Celeste and not become interested in anybody else. So Levi is our knight. He's been in love with Celeste for many years. Celeste did not return his feelings. Levi was supposed to become the Saint of the Golden Bow, but now that Celeste survived, she's been chosen instead. No, I can't assume anything. I really should ask him what he thinks about Noah and Elijah. Hello, Gander! Thank you for popping in for a little bit. I'm actually going to turn the music up slightly. It's a little quiet for me. There we go. That sounds a little bit better. He saw both of them during the audience, and he saw Elijah flirting with me during the magical checkup. True. I'm not really the Celeste Levi loves. I have her memories and a portion of her skills, but I'm basically Celine in Celeste's body. And hello to Zachary as well. Ahoy, ahoy. Thank you for coming to support while you're on your lunch break. I appreciate that. I'm not just Celeste recollecting a past life. Instead, I, Celine, have taken over Celeste's body at a pivotal moment of her current life. Yeah, you saved her butt from an imp. Does that mean Celeste is really dead? I don't sense her presence living in my body, which is a relief, truth be told. I prefer being alone with my thoughts. The idea of her passing is sad, though, even if I'm conflicted about her treatment of Levi. I'm now the Saintess of the Golden Bow, a hero the whole Akari Empire has been awaiting for years. Yet Levi was supposed to take on that role. Man, I really stopped at a great time last when I did my Gander. She's basically doing a nice summary of what happened in the last video for me. Levi has been training to protect Celeste all his life. He's way more skilled at archery than I am. I have a month to train myself to use a bow properly. Not just any bow, though. The Golden Bow, which seems more ornamental than practical. Wielding that weapon will be a pain in the ass. What were the two components needed to defeat the Demon Queen again? The first one is firing an arrow imbued with the Golden Bow's light magic at the Demon Queen's heart and actually hitting the target. So, I'll need to practice both archery and accessing the bow's magic. As someone who comes from Earth, I have no idea how to wield magic. Okay, I was wondering where this took place in the novel, so it's not Earth. Good to know. The very concept of magical power coursing through my body is foreign to me. I suppose training with the bow will just take time, though I have little to spare. As for wielding its magic, That's something Elijah will know more about, given that he's a light magic user. I scribbled down that I need to talk to Elijah about the golden bow and its magic. Know thy enemy, they say, and right now my enemy, until I master it, is that bow. Why defeat Demon Queen when we can date? Hey, you know what? This is a good... You make a valid point, Zachary. You make a valid point. Don't worry, love is a component towards the story, as we'll find out. There is also a second component to defeating the Demon Queen, one that follows a story trope more than practical logic. Noah and Levi's love makes the magic of the golden bow stronger. How is that possible? I have no idea. Could Noah and Levi being in love even solve this problem anymore? No, it has to be the wielder of the bow that's in love for the magic to trigger properly. Right? So I'll have to break up the couple that I shipped. No! Oh, the sacrifices for the world we must make. It's a sad situation, but my survival is on the line. Unless I go for Elijah, that is. But he can't have a relationship with anybody outside of the church, which is another complication. First, I need to determine if Elijah and Noah are even interested in women. If they're not, any relationship with me would be impossible. What a situation we're in. What a situation. Oh my goodness. Hello, Avery, also lurking at work. Thank you so much for popping into chat, I appreciate it. As for me, I can't imagine falling in love with someone in 2 months. Love is such a difficult topic for me. I don't trust or fall in love easily. Yeah, we're home wrecking what could have been a future relationship before it happens, I guess, Avery. But it's for saving the world, okay? We're in a boys love Korean novel, but because we avoided our death flag, the guy who was supposed to be the protagonist is now not going to be interested in any of the guys because he's in love with us, the protagonist. So she's like, well, so much for my ship, I guess. The whole situation with my parents' divorce made falling in love not something I can easily imagine happening to me. I'm so screwed. I'm scared. The situation isn't just a story in a book anymore, it's my reality. Those two guys can be happy and we can go try to defeat the queen. Why can't we all just be happy, everybody? Come on. Come on. This is a story with a happy ending for all, right? I like to believe. Levi, Elijah, Noah, Eurydice, Father, the Empress, they're all real people. They aren't acting according to script either. The plot of the book has changed. It's a real world now with unpredictable consequences. And I'm at the center of this new story. Levi dies at the end of the book, despite defeating the Demon Queen. Despite Noah's love for him. Will I die again too? Or will that aspect of the story change as well? No, I can't give up. I must change reality and my fate. It's not like me to mope around and feel defeated. I'm the master of my own destiny. If I have to fall in love with someone, who should it be? Levi, who blindly adores his lady? Noah, who has been burdened with leading the mission to defeat the Demon Queen? Elijah, who is a priest and can't marry someone unless they're part of the church? Or should I pick someone else entirely? Like the Demon Queen? I at least have to admit that all three of them are handsome men. I just hope my own baggage isn't going to drag me down too much. Will I become cold and detached if I enter into a relationship with any of them, just like I did with my ex-boyfriend? It's been a while since high school, but I'm still hung up about how things turned out between us. Can someone like me even make a guy fall in love with her within a month? My heart is beating so quickly. Now that I realize what's really at stake and what I have to do, I'm terrified. Should I ask Levi what he thinks about Elijah and Noah? Good lord. What a first choice. Hey, we don't ship shame in this house, Zachary. Don't you worry. We encourage ships. Let all the ships sail. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ask Levi. Does he got any vibes either way from these guys? Probably will be a no, but you know what? We can find out. It's best I make things clear between us. I need to talk to Levi about Noah and Elijah. I open the door to my room and look outside. Levi is standing there, guarding the door. He looks at me with a gentle smile and gives me a small nod. Levi, could you step into my room for a moment? I want to talk to you.
Of course.
I take a step to the side, letting Levi enter the room. My heart is beating quickly, and I clench my hand on my dress. Levi seems to notice my unease, his expression turning into one of concern.
Celeste.
I push my fear aside and decide to just outright ask him. Say, Levi, what do you think about Prince Noah?
The Mad Prince.
Yeah, that's what everyone calls him, right?
He's known to always antagonize the Empress with his words and attitude, but he's never done anything that could be considered a crime against the crown. The Empress delegated part of the responsibilities for maintaining the order in the palace to Prince Noah, as per the Lokari Empire laws on succession. He needs to learn how to manage the Empire, as the heir. And from what I have heard, he's doing a good job and is very dedicated to his work.
Yes, but do you think he's cute? This is what I'm trying to get at here, Levi. The important question. And honestly fair, Zachary. All you need to know is that, Demon Queen probably means she's hot, honestly. I mean, I don't think there's a world where that isn't going to be the case. True, Avery, you must approve of the chemistry being our local scientist. Yes. I didn't know that Noah was called the Mad Prince. I don't remember that from the last time I played, so that's some new information for me.
So, despite the fact that he's not very diplomatic with his words, I think he'll make a good emperor in the future.
I see. That wasn't what I was asking, though. I wanted to know what you think about Noah personally.
Are you sure I'm allowed to voice my opinion on the future emperor?
I look around and gesture to the room. It's just you and I here.
I suppose that's right.
Never underestimate people hiding behind pillars. They could be listening. I'm not going to tell on you.
Yes, I know that. Well, I think Noah is too brash in the way he speaks. I really didn't like his attitude towards you during the audience.
That's still not what I wanted to know. Girl, this guy's in love with you. He's not gonna say nothing about nothing. Do you think Noah is attractive?
Many people do. He's had a few past relationships here and there, though he avoids casual flings.
That still doesn't answer my question.
Yeah, I think Prince Noah is attractive.
Oh, okay. All right. I see you, Levi.
And now that you hold the position of the Saintess, he would make a great match for you.
Does Noah like women?
He's had 2 female and 2 male partners in the past.
All right, noted. Bingo. I just got all the information I needed about Noah from Levi. I feel like we're using Levi. I feel kind of bad for Levi.
I suppose you becoming the future Empress wouldn't be bad for you.
Levi has a pained expression on his face. Imagining me with Noah must be difficult for him. What about High Priest Elijah?
What about him?
Do you also find him attractive? He's like, what is this conversation?
You're not trying to set me up with someone again, are you?
Oops. I got Levi angry. From Celeste's memories, I know they've had conversations similar to this one in the past. I don't know what the right answer to his question is. There is none. If I say I'm asking for myself, he'll be sad that I'm looking at guys other than him. If I refuse to answer, he'll continue thinking I'm trying to pair him with one of the guys. That's not why I was asking. I just wanted to know your opinion.
I'm not buying it.
So the reason Celeste is not asking if Levi's into men is because Levi was supposed to be the protagonist of this boys' love novel that she got isekai'd into. So he fell in love with Noah and Elijah. So she already knows he's interested in guys. And I think also in the Gander, she explains that her memories of Celeste are that Celeste tried to set him up with both women and men, and he's always been like, oh, they're attractive, but he's just not interested in dating them because he's in love with Celeste, from what I remember.
Why the High Priest and Prince Noah out of all people? They're of such different standing than I am anyway. I couldn't possibly be in a relationship with either of them.
A difference in social standing hadn't stopped Levi from falling in love with Celeste. Or from falling in love with Noah in the book, for the matter. Though I did remember him being hung up on status differences in the novel as well.
Yes, both are attractive guys. I could see myself being with either of them if our situations were different, but
He gives me another pained look. Oh, poor Levi. He's in love with me, is what he's trying to say, but he can't allow himself to tell me the truth. At least Levi gave me the information about Noah that I wanted to know. I don't want the conversation between Levi and me to get any more difficult, so I suppose I'll end things here. Probably supposed to be thanks for talking to me rather than that. That's for talking to me about this, Levi. That's what you get. Thanks for talking to me about this, Levi. I'd like to be alone now. Levi gives me a look as if I'm throwing him out after dealing him a blow. Well, we're like 20 minutes in and we're already the worst. In a way I am, and it pains me to do so. But I don't know how to salvage this conversation.
have a good rest.
We just didn't see her punch him, I guess. Yeah, it was an emotional punch, that's what it was. Levi exits the room, closing the door behind him gently. I lie down in bed and hide my face against the pillow. I'm so stressed by everything that I'm not even surprised when tears stream down my cheeks, soaking the bedding. I didn't want to hurt Levi, but I didn't know how else to obtain the information I needed so I could decide what to do to save everyone. For the first time since reincarnating, I give in to all the emotions that have built up inside of me. I'm just one young girl. How can I carry so many heavy burdens? Eventually, I cry myself to sleep. I toss and turn all night, though, unable to get any real rest until nearly dawn. Alright. Well, the throne room is looking a little fancier. Yeah, the MC has expressed multiple times that she has to keep, like, remembering these aren't fictional characters anymore, like, this is reality. But she's only been here for, like, 2 or 3 days max, so she's still kind of adjusting to the situation, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of a pass for now. But, I believe in her. She'll come around. I hope. The next evening, Linda gets me all dolled up for the grand ball the Empress is throwing in my name. At the ball, I find myself sitting at the table, staring at silverware I have no idea how to properly use. Celeste's memories aren't helping me much. The servant puts a salad in front of me, and I pick up one of the forks. There's an offended gasp from my left. I look at the noble lady sitting next to me. Oh my, hello. She's almost purple in the face, staring down at the fork I'm holding. Wrong piece of cutlery, then. I put it down and take another in my hand. I steal a sideways glance at the noble lady. She doesn't seem to be offended anymore. I guess she'll be my sounding board for which piece of cutlery I should use. This one must be the right fork, then. When everyone starts eating, I dig into the salad too, but it tastes like paper to me. I'm nervous. My hands are clammy.
So you've become the Saintess, Lady d'Aquarius.
Hello, George. Oh, hello, George. The Ice Prince? Who are you? The man to my right, Duke George, if Celeste's memory serves me correctly, strikes up a conversation with me. He's a young duke and a powerful player on the battlefield of Lokari Empire's politics. I'll have to do my best not to say or do anything strange.
Yes, despite my surprise, the Golden Bow has chosen me.
Hey, we got some voice acting, let's go. Ooh.
Well, now that you carry such an important role, do you plan to improve your knowledge of etiquette?
Are the voices way louder than anything else? Good to know. Thank you, Zachary. I can go and config that, hopefully. Let's see. Voice volume. Yeah, let's put that there. Let's give that a go. I forgot that there was voice acting in this game, honestly. He points at my salad. Oh, come on, what am I doing wrong this time? The Duke smiles, but his expression isn't unkind.
You have no idea what you're doing wrong, do you?
Okay, is that better or is it too quiet now?
I don't.
May I?
He extends his hand to me, and when I don't protest, he touches my hand gently to modify the way I'm holding the fork.
Oh, come on, George. You're spoiling the fun.
That's good? Okay, awesome. Thank you. The lady to my left has a cruel smile on her face. Shoot, I really was eating the salad wrong after all. I was wondering. I'm like, do we trust that woman's face? I don't know. My cheeks heat up from embarrassment, and suddenly I find it hard to breathe. For every kind person like Duke George, there's a cruel one like that lady here. A vulture just waiting for me to make a mistake. Now that I'm the Saintess, I will be watched even more closely than Celeste was as a mere count's daughter. They're all going to be laughing for weeks about the way I ate the stupid salad. I just know it. Celeste's memory tells me that this incident won't be the first time she's ruined her reputation with a stupid mistake either. Welp. Excuse me. I can't be here anymore. I have to get some fresh air or else I will hyperventilate.
Are you okay?
Duke George calls after me, but I walk quickly to the terrace. I'm out! This is when you dunk your head into the salad like an animal and everyone looks at you funny. Yeah, you know, as you do. Once I'm away from the throne room, I run into the gardens. I stop only when I reach a small lake. Here I put my arms around my frame, trying to control my breathing. Breathe, Celine. In and out. In and out. Don't cry, don't cry. You'll ruin the makeup Linda spent hours putting on you to make you look like a real noble lady. Shing? The shing of a sword? I think I can make a guess as to who this is.
Didn't think I would run into you here.
I turn around when I hear the voice. It's Noah. He's drawn his sword, and his usual mocking demeanor is not present. He's completely serious when... Well, things sure escalated quickly, didn't they? What's your beef with me? He suddenly puts his sword against my throat. My heart beats so loudly that it feels like it could jump out of my chest, this time from fear. Does Noah want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
Alright, I mean, tell me how you really feel. He does. But why? Suddenly I remember the scene. I fangirled over it when I was reading the novel. Go on. This is the scene where Noah puts his sword to Levi's throat. It's overly dramatic, and most of the readers of the novel interpret it as a romantic interaction. We talked about the event for hours on the web novels forums. But now I think this setup is just ridiculous. I could take a step back at any time from the coldness of steel, and my neck would be safe. I give Noah a long stare. He's looking at me seriously, as if he's really pondering if he should harm me. I don't believe he actually will. I will entertain his antics for a while longer, just to see what he has to say to me. I want to know how much the scene changes with me here instead of Levi. So why did Levi leave the ball, is what I want to know, because I imagine... Was it also for etiquette reasons, or was it something else?
Why do you want me dead?
Because you're the reason I have to go on the mission to kill the Demon Queen. And so soon.
It's not my fault, it's your mom's fault.
If anybody less capable than you had been chosen as the Saintess, Mother wouldn't have told us to leave within a mere month.
I'm glad he thinks so highly of my archery skills, especially considering how little the nobles think of my etiquette skills. But he's wrong.
I may not be as great at archery as you think.
That fact would change nothing at this point. Mother is now convinced you can defeat the Fiend. This is a suicide mission. None of us will come back from the quest.
Well, not with that attitude. Even though I remember this line from the book, my eyes widen.
How do you know we won't return?
His words almost feel oddly like foreshadowing for what happens in the book. Noah seems to seriously believe what he's saying.
20 people going deep into demon-ravaged lands to enter the Demon Queen's castle and kill her. What could possibly go wrong?
Careful, Noah, you're slipping. He's really convinced we're going to die on this quest. I can see the desperation in his eyes.
Can't you convince your mother to postpone the day we leave or to increase the amount of people we can bring with us?
I've already tried. She doesn't want to listen. It's almost if she wants to set us up for failure.
Yes. Oh, Noah, you're closer to the truth than you think. I can't tell him anything about his mother's plan to get rid of him. He would just grow suspicious if I, someone he barely knows, spouted such important information about his life. I should only tell him what's really going on with the Empress when, or if, we become friends during the quest.
Look, I'm afraid of the mission too. But I don't want to give up. I won't just roll over and die. I'll keep fighting until the very end. No matter how the mission ends, I want to be sure I've done everything I can to fulfill my role properly.
Noah's eyes widen.
You're right. I can't just give up.
Friends? Maybe? No, Game Dan. I don't actually know if the devs will show up during the stream, but it would be cool if they did. I know they have a lot of people streaming their game today, which is awesome, but if they pop in, that would be cool.
I must also see the mission through until the end.
I almost thought of telling you to kill me. How out of pocket do we want to be? I'm so curious about that. You know what? Heck it. I'm curious. Curiosity killed the cat, but I really want to know what his reaction to this is. Does this mean you don't want to kill me anymore? I almost thought of telling you to do it just to see if you really would. I laugh to lighten the mood, but my voice comes out breathless. I'm still afraid of my future, but at least Noah has distracted me from what happened in the throne room. I did it, Zachary! I did it!
I wasn't really serious about killing you in the first place.
Are you sure? You looked plenty serious to me.
Despite everything, I don't want you to die, and I want to live too.
I'm glad. Don't die, Your Grace.
Just Noah is fine. We're teammates now, I suppose.
Hey, we're on a first-name basis with the Mad Prince. Let's go. Oh, you were talking to Noah. Dang it. I thought I did something cool, but I didn't. Fair enough. I like the sound of that. Noah smiles back. He seems much more relaxed now.
I'll continue trying to get Mother to delay the deadline for us to leave.
I would appreciate more time to train.
Right. Time to go back to the ball, then.
Without sparing me another glance, Noah walks past me towards the terrace. I watch him until he disappears between the carefully trimmed bushes of the palace garden. I look out at the water of the lake and take a few deep breaths. I really hadn't expected Levi's scene with Noah to play out for me. I also didn't end up responding the way Levi would have done. Our encounter didn't turn romantic at all. Yet my heart is beating quickly regardless because I'm still scared about so many things. The stress is catching up to me. I fall to my knees on the soft grass. I can't hold back my tears any longer. In the end, I'm just a girl, caught up in so many responsibilities. 'Cause I'm just a girl. I'm terrified. I'm tired. I said that in reverse, and I want it all to stop. No matter how much I cry, though, this new reality won't magically change for me. I'm still Celeste, and I'm still the Saintess. The sooner I accept my fate and put my energy into the few things I can still change, the better. With renewed purpose, I get up and start walking back to my room. Screw the ball! I'm not going back there only to be ridiculed further. Yeah, screw the ball! I don't want the whole Imperial Court to continue watching how terrible I am at being a noble lady. If I had more time before the quest, I would take lessons to get better at etiquette. However, with the way the situation has unfolded, I'll have to focus only on improving my archery and horseback riding skills. Besides, the future of the Empire doesn't depend on me knowing which fork to use for a salad, but it certainly does hang on me using the golden bow properly. True, true. Thank you so much, Zachary. Thank you. Have a good rest of your workday. Hopefully I'll see you later at the evening stream. And yes, Dan, she is at least aware of herself, so there's that. I'm walking down the corridor towards the apartment where my family is staying when I hear someone running behind me.
Celeste!
Levi calls me by my first name, like he always does when it's just him and Celeste. It's something the two of them agreed to do when they were younger. Levi stops before me and looks me up and down.
Where have you been? I didn't notice when you left the throne room. You're not supposed to go anywhere without me.
Father's orders, I know. I just forgot. I realize I haven't been thinking about how Levi would feel if I suddenly disappeared. Yet again.
I'm not concerned about failing to follow his orders. I'm genuinely worried about you.
He blushes and looks away. My heartbeat quickens. Why, though? Why? Celeste has no romantic feelings towards Levi. But do I? I must admit, he's very handsome and kind, and he's my favorite character from the book. Am I that much of a simp? I let out a long sigh. Levi looks back at me with a worried expression, then he looks me up and down again.
You're alright, are you not?
Oh no, Avery, Bob's getting you at work, I'm sorry. Darn, darn. He focuses on my face and frowns.
You've been crying?
He must notice my smudged makeup. Gosh, I don't know what to do for this one. Am I that much of a simp? Yes. Yes, you are. Like, I don't know if she should... I don't know what tone this is going to be set in, you know? Like, if she's just like, no, I haven't, you know, I'm fine. And he's like, no, you're not, you know? Or if this is kind of just, like, dismissing? It's hard for me to get a read on this. Oh, no worries, Samantha. Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. How much did you miss? Basically, our girl gives like a good summary of where we were up to this point. And then we went to a ball and, some nobles made fun of her and she ran out. And then she had a romantic sword held to her throat by the Mad Prince. And they became teammates, and now she's going back to her room because she's like, screw the ball. I'm leaving. But her knight came after her and is like, you've been crying. So now we're trying to decide if we deny that we've been crying or if we just say we're feeling okay. I'm down for the first one. I'm gonna make a save just in case because I'm a little curious. Let's see how the first one goes. Yeah, romantic sword held to her neck. You know how it goes. I was, but I feel better now.
What made you cry?
When I see the sincere worry on Levi's face, I want to tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by suddenly becoming the Saintess, by having to carry the burden of saving the whole Empire. I look down, tears welling up in my eyes again.
Celeste.
I look back up to see Levi staring at me with love and adoration. Hey, good call, Game Dan. It hurts being on the receiving end of such feelings, knowing that they aren't really for me.
No matter what happens, know that I'll always stay by your side.
I'm sorry to drag you into this quest with me. He would have been caught up in this mess anyway if he were the Saint, but now he's coming along anyway as Celeste's knight. What if Levi dies protecting me? My heart feels heavy. I must do my best to get as strong as possible.
Don't say that. I swore to always protect you, did I not? Back when I became your knight, remember?
I recall Celeste's memory of that time. They were both 14 back then, and Levi took a knee in front of her and swore he would protect her until death did them part. Stop, that's so cute. Oh, Levi. And Mora, hey, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you too. Hope you're doing good. He made his vow with such sincerity and fervor. Yet I'm not the one whom he swore to always stay beside. That person was Celeste. So he should be free of the oath, since Celeste is kinda dead. Oh no. I can't tell him the truth, though. On the spur of a moment, I gestured towards Levi. Lean down, please. You're too tall. You're too tall. I love being romanced with a sword to my throat. It gives me Princess Mononoke vibes. Fair. Totally fair.
Too tall for what?
Levi gives me a puzzled look, but complies with my request. I think that should be complies. Aww, you give him a little smooch. Aww, cute. I press up on my toes and kiss him on the cheek. Not as Celeste, but as Celine, because I genuinely feel grateful to him and don't know how else to express myself right now.
Celeste?
This boy's freaking out. Levi blushes a deep red and gets flustered. Only when I lean back and smile at him do I realize I shouldn't be doing something so intimate to a man who loves the woman who once inhabited this body. Aw, thank you, Mora. I really appreciate that. Really, really do. Thank you so much. I might be sending him the wrong message, especially after our earlier conversation.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I just wanted to express my gratitude.
I let out a sigh.
You always do your very best to protect me. Thank you, Levi.
You're welcome, but it's my job to take care of you.
I know you're not doing it just because it's your job.
Ooh. Levi gives me a startled look. She kind of said that a little, sensually. I turn around and start walking towards my room before he can reply. Poor Levi. He's getting dragged around by the collar, man. Let's go, Levi. We need to rest. Training starts tomorrow. And so we started to train. Look at her in her cute purple archery outfit. The next day I begin training with the golden bow on the palace training grounds. Much as I expected, due to its elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send arrow after arrow flying at targets, but I only hit once out of every 10 times. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but the weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow. Well, that was quick. I know, Levi's a sweetheart. I feel so bad for him. I make my way to my room with Levi following behind me. Is it Noah again?
This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to Solace alive.
Okay, that was Noah, and then who's he talking to? Maybe Elijah?
Please, Noah, don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you?
At the end of the corridor, 2 people stand to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. After our conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is that he's openly talking about his feelings with someone else. Oh, okay, it was not Elijah. I hide behind a pillar and take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair in buns must be Tarek? Noah's right hand and the leader of the palace guards. I love her design. Her armor is really cool. She's wearing armor with the Lokari Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristic of the guards.
The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. You can't be heard doubting our ability to defeat the Demon Queen.
It's just... I have a really bad feeling about Mother's request, Tarek. Why is she pushing us to go on to the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team?
We can't go against the Empress's orders, you know that. She said her reason for the rush is that the demon army keeps getting closer and closer to the capital.
Also, hello, Gabriella! Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Oh, no worries, Mora. Thank you for popping in to say hello. If you have to go, go. I'll probably talk to you later tonight at the Persona stream if you're able to come. And yes, Game Dan, you called the right voice. Nicely done, nicely done.
Yet the fiends are at least 3 weeks' journey away from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements toward us in at least a decade. We've got time.
The Empress seems to have a different opinion on the matter.
I just... don't trust her.
Noah! Watch what you say. What if...
Suddenly she turns around and unsheathes her sword.
Who's there?
She's noticed me. Scatter! No, it's fine. I'm stepping out. I was the one behind the pillar! Scandalous! I step out from behind the pillar, revealing myself.
Oh, if it isn't the Saintess. Welcome.
Hello.
How much of our conversation did you overhear? I told you, Your Grace, you should be more careful.
I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. The excuse is a sad one, but it's the truth. Noah takes a step closer to me.
Oh, you were curious about me?
I arch my eyebrows, unsure of what he means. I didn't say... He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine. He has his signature smirk on his face.
I didn't know you were interested in me, Celeste.
Is this platonic? Yes, yay, someone got my joke of hiding behind pillars and eavesdropping scandals. Yay! I always love when people are like, I get that reference, I know what that is. I finally understand what he's suggesting. He's flirting with me. That's not what I meant.
I'm very pleased to win your attention. If you want to know more about me, how about we get together for tea?
Tea? He really is hitting on me. I feel embarrassed, unsure of how to respond. I'm not.
Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you?
Not that he's letting me get a word in edgewise anyway. Oh, Noah. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you. I take a few steps back, putting distance between us again. Noah chuckles. I let out a frustrated huff. I don't appreciate you flirting with me.
Is that what I'm doing?
You clearly are. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. No, Samantha, no, what do you mean? I don't have a type, really. Not at all. Well. Oh yeah, Mora, yeah, I thought about that too, actually. The pillars will never escape us. I'm leaving. He is very forward and flirty, and he held a sword to our neck, so I mean, I'm kind of doomed at this point, honestly. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for clearly making fun of me. Levi follows behind me like my shadow. Aw, man, I really thought I really thought I was gonna fool you this time, Samantha. Darn. I'll get you next time. That's true, Dan. I mean, you're not wrong about that. Yeah, he was the sword at neck guy. He was the one. So, I'm doomed, like I said. You're done Crimson Flower already, Mora? Dang! Man, you speed read that. I got some catching up to do. I spend the next few days training with the golden bow. I increase my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapon. Hey, there's Elijah. In the afternoon, Elijah approaches me.
How's the training going?
Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I'll need his help to access the bow's magic. Honestly, the training's not going great. I feel like the bow is fighting me for control.
The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. It may very well be that it hasn't yet fully accepted you.
Hasn't fully accepted me? What should I do to make the artifact approve of me?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Training will continue to be a struggle, won't it? Oh, okay. Good to know, Mora. I can reduce the ice in my ice bucket then? That's good to know. Thank you. I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen as the Saintess. You're the High Priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right?
As much as a human possibly can. I'm the strongest light magic user in the Empire.
Ah, that's right. I remember that part from the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. Oh no, Avery, I'm sorry Bob kicked you out. Bob was being very rude to you today. Okay, got you, Mora. Thanks for the explanation. The previous high priest abdicated at that time and passed on the role to Elijah. That's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. The novel also said Elijah's light magic is abnormally strong. Could you teach me about light magic? Oh, Dan. You're like, I demand more ice! We'll see. We're only on like the first route for that game, so we'll have a look at how much ice is required for that game as we go along, I'm sure. Still, that sucks, Avery. I'm sorry.
Sure, but you have no magic of your own. You know that, right?
I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and that fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I have to defeat the Demon Queen with the Golden Bow's magic, right? So is there a way for me to access it?
Ah, yes. Artifacts like the Golden Bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their power. Although already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. Still, I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice I'm sure you'll catch on.
What if I don't understand what he tries to teach me? Will he be doomed to fail then? I swallow hard. I'm afraid I'll be a magical failure. I'm magical. A magical failure. Bleh. I don't think Elijah's immortal, but he is the highest ranked priest in the land, so I think that's why I probably gave him the Yune voice when I did my Gander way back when. No, gloomy thoughts won't help make anything better. I need to focus on what Elijah can teach me and do my best to understand the Golden Bow's power. Please teach me what you know about using an artifact's holy magic.
Sure.
Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the Golden Bow.
Close your eyes. I will pour some of my light magic into you so that you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the Golden Bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the power.
I close my eyes like Elijah commands. I feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressed against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. The contact is quite intimate and makes my cheeks flush with embarrassment. Then I feel Elijah's magic enter my body. It's a gentle stream, not as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing through my veins. Oh no. Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to do the top one. Ah, heck it. We're doing this live. The feeling is so comforting that my body relaxes against Elijah's, leaning back against him more. Ah, so cozy. I hear a chuckle behind me, and Elijah lets go of my hand, taking a step back. No, don't take that pleasant feeling away from me! Wait, come back! The loss is so poignant. I almost want to throw myself in Elijah's arms to feel his closeness again. Come back! It's like his presence and magic have filled a hole in my soul that I didn't even know was there. Now that the feeling of completeness is gone again, I'm devastated.
You're quite susceptible to light magic, I must say.
Elijah's flirty tone, heyo, and the smirk on his lips make me snap out of my thoughts. I blush a deep red. I realize I wanted... What exactly did I want just now? To throw myself at him? I barely know him, and it was only his magic making me feel drawn to him. Right? My sudden yearning for Elijah had nothing to do with how handsome he is, or how much I like the sound of his voice, or the fact that he's been very kind to me so far. Nope, not a bit. Ah, stupid hormones! This is the second time she's been, stupid hormones with Elijah. I didn't know that a little bit of magic could make me get all flustered over a man. She is floating down Denial River. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I quite enjoy your reactions.
The fact that he likes how attracted I am to him or his magic makes the situation even worse. I want to hide under a rock.
Did you notice how my magic flowed through your body?
I did notice. I noticed too much, even. Yes, I did.
You must convince the golden bow to let you access its magic. Then pull the power towards yourself and let it course through your body. Only by doing so will you be able to aim that magic with your arrow and strike the Demon Queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store more magic. Even though I have magic of my own within my body, I can only use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you must do with the bow, I draw the magic of my staff into my body so I can release the power as bolts of light.
That's pretty cool.
The human body is a conduit for an artifact's magic.
I nod, trying my best to comprehend what Elijah's explaining. I'll try it out.
Great. Let me know if you have any more questions. I have to return to my office. You can find me there whenever you need me. I quite enjoyed our meeting today.
Oh, I'm sure he did. It's so embarrassing. No worries, Dan. Thank you so much for joining for the first hour with us. It was great having you. Enjoy your errands, and hopefully I'll talk to you later. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me like he instructed. But I can't replicate what the High Priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. Okay, that's enough for today. I can't overdo it or else I won't have the strength to train tomorrow. I do a few stretches, grab my bow, and make my way back to my room. Oh! In the palace corridor, I run into someone I hadn't expected to meet again. Oh! Hello, Ice Prince.
Greetings, Lady Celeste.
George nods at me, putting a hand over his heart. I make my best attempt at a curtsy. Your Grace. George looks me up and down. His eyes show concern. The way he's like looking down like, girl. Okay, that'd be great, Mora. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this. It's really interesting. I love the world of this game, so I'm happy to be playing more of it.
Are you doing okay?
Yes, I am.
You ran off from the ball the other night and never returned.
Ah. It's true that I embarrassed myself by running away from George and Penelope in the middle of our conversation. I was about to have an anxiety attack, so I needed to get away, but after I met Noah in the gardens and cried my eyes out, I was too tired to rejoin the party. I didn't want to be amongst people anymore anyway, especially nobles who were just waiting for me to make a blunder.
I've been worried for you.
Now, that was unexpected. Why would George worry about me? We barely know each other. Are you trying to get in on this? Squint. I've really been okay. I get the feeling he doesn't buy my words.
Walk with me in the gardens.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get to know one of the most important people in the Lokari Empire better. Okay. We walk for a while in silence until we reach the less frequented part of the gardens.
I've been meaning to ask you about something, but the dining table during a ball didn't seem like the right place. Could you tell me more about the demon that attacked you?
I could, but why? Yeah, Avery, I'm squinting there with you. Yes, of course. It was an imp, if I recognized it correctly.
It was a small flying creature with a scorpion's tail, long horns, and sharp claws.
Yes, that's right. It had reddish-gray skin and red wings with some symbols tattooed on them.
They come in various colors.
Do they?
Yes, imps are aplenty at the warfront. They have a cruel nature, seeking to play with their victims rather than outright kill them like other monstrosities. Though they're relatively easy to kill with magic or arrows, if one can keep up with their swift movements. They know how to dodge attacks well. Demons are more intelligent than humans give them credit for.
You know a lot about demons. Squint. Like, oh, nice, Mora. Happy to hear that for you.
I'm not sure how much you know about me. I used to be the general of the Lokari Empire's army, and I fought on the warfront for years.
The general?
Yes, the highest ranking officer in the field.
But aren't you very young to hold such an important position? George chuckles. I'm momentarily stunned when I see his beautiful, carefree smile.
You're one to judge.
Celeste just turned 18 this year. I was 3 years older when I died. Yeah, you're right.
I'm 26.
Okay. Oh, then you're not that much older than me.
You think 8 years is not much?
In this world where there are bigger age gaps between couples in arranged marriages. Wait, why am I thinking about George as a love interest? This girl has no chill. Every guy, she's like, yeah, no, that works for me, actually, yeah. I'm okay with this. I love her. He isn't asking me this question for me to consider him romantically. Or is he? It depends on why you're asking.
I suppose you're right. It's just that I feel older than my age. The years I spent on the battlefield took a toll on me.
Could you tell me more about the war?
Sure. What would you like to know?
The war has been going on for a few decades now. Is it really impossible to win without the Saint?
We've encountered the Demon Queen herself on numerous occasions, but we couldn't kill her with weapons or magic. Even light magic wielded by powerful priests couldn't breach her defenses. She has a dark aura shield around her that deflects all incoming attacks. Nothing has been able to get through so far. And she keeps the demon army very well organized. They obey her commands, even at the cost of their lives. Since demons value their own lives so little, they fight viciously into the death. They're a difficult opponent to face.
Interesting. You have lots of info about how the choices work before we go full steam ahead. Okay, great, Mora, thank you. You've really seen the Demon Queen?
Yes, though she can change her form. One moment she's a beautiful woman, the next she's a horrifying monstrosity.
I see. After making a circle around the gardens, we returned to the corridor.
I'll have to make my way back to the palace now. Duty calls.
Oh, I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time.
No, I wanted to talk to you. I need a break sometimes too. If you ever have more questions about the war on the Demon Queen, don't hesitate to ask me whenever we have the opportunity to talk.
I'd love to learn more about your role as the general, too.
Really? Huh. It's nice of you to be interested in me. I may or may not answer you, though, depending on the question.
Oh, what does that mean? George clearly has his secrets, and I don't feel like I can pressure him for answers. He's already shared some useful information with me today anyway. True. Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It was a pleasure. And, Lady Celeste, I know you carry a heavy burden now, having the responsibility of the Saintess on your shoulders. But don't be so hard on yourself. You're trying your best.
Thank you. We say our goodbyes and part ways. I found George very intimidating at first, considering his high position in the noble society, but he's actually a kind man, isn't he? We can hope. I am a little sus of him, though, not gonna lie. I don't know what it is, but I'm a little suspicious of that guy. As I return to my room, I'm again faced with an unexpected encounter. Oh, hello. Oh, good grief. It's these two.
Celeste, fancy running into you again.
I fear I can't say the same, Your Grace. His mood has been ruined! Ruined!
And here I was waiting for the opportunity to apologize to you.
Apologize?
Quite unexpected of me, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad you finally changed your mind about teasing me, Your Grace.
About teasing you? You mean the way I'm keeping you on your toes? We both know that's quite entertaining for both of us.
No way!
But no, I wanted to say sorry about the other day in the garden. I was overly dramatic.
You? Overly dramatic? Perish the thought. Celeste is on the same page. Like, as compared to when exactly? Oh, okay, awesome, Mora. Thank you for that update as well. I'm glad my thought process is working out with that. Aren't you always?
You could say that. Still, we can certainly agree that putting a sword to your throat is on another level than our usual conversations, or even the way I act towards Mother.
You haven't held a sword to your mother's throat? What? What's wrong with you? Tarek's like, am I a third wheel? Should I go right now? Or should I give you two some privacy?
You don't have to, Tarek. I don't think I properly introduced you to Celeste.
She's the head of palace guards, isn't she?
That's not what I meant. Tarek is also like a mother to me.
Aw, really? That's so sweet!
She's been my personal guard since I was little, before I promoted her to be my right hand, the person who keeps order in the palace on my behalf. She's a very important person to me, my link to my Durendi legacy.
It always warms my heart when you speak so highly of me.
How could I not? You've always supported me, even when I had nobody to rely on.
Your father, the late Emperor Consort, died when you were young, right? Since the Empress didn't have a good relationship with Noah, he had no other person he could call family. It's not surprising that he came to treat Tarek, his personal guard, as family. I already knew that much from the book, but seeing Noah admit of his love for Tarek still warms my heart, indeed. There's more to Noah than just annoyingly flirting with me, that's for sure. What? Really? Who could have guessed? Okay, great, Mora, thank you. That's awesome.
Yes, my father died when I was 6. I can't say I even remember his face that well. If not for the family portraits, I would have already forgotten the way he looked. Because every day when I stare in the mirror, I only see my mother's features. Her face, her hair color, the way we smile. They're all the same. The only thing I inherited from my father is the color of my eyes and my slightly darker complexion.
Noah glances at Tarek.
Sometimes I wish I could have more proof of my southern legacy than just skin that looks tanned, and an eye color unusual for the Lokari.
Tarek's expression turns sad. She looks at Noah with both love and pity in her eyes. I too feel what Noah said deeply. Of course he wants to know more about his father's side of the family, about his roots. It's not easy to be a person of mixed race, especially without family who can teach you about your culture. I'm glad Tarek was there for you, Your Grace.
So am I. That's why, Celeste, I may sometimes be overly dramatic, flamboyant even. It's the way I deal with the world.
Ah.
But that doesn't mean I'm not sincere when I apologize to you. I really am sorry for the other day. I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay. I'm not that mad about it anymore.
But you are still a little angry.
A little.
Very well, I can accept that. I often find that anger is a great source of motivation to drive one forward. I hope you will use that energy well. Just don't go overboard with being mad at me. I wouldn't want your anger to turn into resentment.
All right. Noah and Tarek escort me to my family's apartment where we say our goodbyes. Well, that was pleasant. The more I learn about Noah, the more I realize how human he is. He's a multifaceted individual. Not just a character in a story, but a real person. We're all real people. I mustn't forget that fact. There she is again. She's like, okay, we're all real here. She'll get there. Eurydice, it's been ages. Look at you, so cute. Niga, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping in. How's it going?
Is your training going well?
In the evening, Eurydice comes by my room. I'm happy to have her company. Eurydice has always been a ray of sunshine in Celeste's life. I'm glad the two of them have such a good relationship. I feel like an imposter by pretending to be Celeste in front of her twin sister. Doing great, awesome, glad to hear that. She hasn't figured out I'm someone else yet, though, so I'll continue acting for as long as I can. Of course, Niga, no problem whatsoever. Happy to have you. Not really. I let out a long sigh and tell Eurydice about my training. I don't understand what the High Priest means about accessing the Golden Bow's magic. Every time I try to think about the artifact letting me share in some godly power, nothing happens. It's frustrating. Elijah showed me how it can feel to receive the magic, but I can't reproduce the result. I have no affinity for magic. I don't understand what to do.
Don't pressure yourself so much. It's only been a few hours since you even found out how light magic is used.
You're right. I should be more patient. I'm just annoyed because the golden bow is so clunky in its design that aiming is hard as well. I glare at the offending object, which rests next to my bed. Thank you for the sub, Niga. I appreciate that. This game is called Saintess of the Golden Bow. I actually have links to its Steam page and its upcoming Kickstarter in the description below if you want a little bit more info on it. But the devs asked me to stream it today for Steam Next Fest, so I'm streaming it for a couple hours. Where the basic gist is that we were an American office worker, we got hit by Truck-kun, died, got isekai'd into a boys love Korean novel, and now we're the protagonist of that. because we avoided our death flag. That's the basic gist. But you can get some more info from those links that I mentioned in the description. It's like the golden bow is actively resisting me. Oh right, and the most important part. And now we are Sims for literally every guy. Very important.
I don't think that's possible.
Elijah said the golden bow is semi-sentient.
Well, it did have the will to choose its saint. I always thought choosing was all it could do, though, except for killing the Demon Queen and acting as a normal weapon.
The golden bow is a mystery, that's for sure. I let out a long sigh. Oh, no worries at all, Niga. I appreciate that. I appreciate you want to support. You just watching is a great support, and if you click on those links, that actually really helps me out as well. Because the devs gave me some custom links for everyone to click on so they can see the interest from the stream. So if you click on those, that helps me out a ton. So thank you, thank you. Yes, we also had a sword at our necks by one of the guys. Very important thing to remember. We had a sword held to our neck and it was very romantic. And thank you for the like as well, Nika. Appreciate that very much indeed.
You should take some time off to relax.
I can't. Not when I know I have so little time to train.
You're not going to be any good at learning how to wield the bow if you just train constantly. The human body and mind have to take breaks from time to time. I know what we should do. Lady Penelope is organizing a tea party in the Royal Gardens in 3 days.
Oh no, not Lady Penelope. I don't want to go to that. She hates me. What do you mean who's Lady Penelope? We were sitting next to her, Celeste. Who is Lady Penelope?
The Duchess of Ventus.
I sort through Celeste's memories, but come up with no information about the Duchess or Ventus. I have no idea whom you're talking about. Alright, sounds good, Niga. Hope your class goes well. See you at the next stream. Yeah, Mora, we've all been there where we've had knives against the MC's neck. It's not a unique experience. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, though.
You sat next to her during the last ball.
I feel myself going pale, then red. Duchess Penelope was the one who wanted me to embarrass myself further during dinner. That's not a good idea. I don't want to go to her tea party. No, definitely not.
The Duchy of Ventus is known for its lavender fields and beautiful gardens. They also make the best honey in the Empire. Now that you're the Saintess, the Duchess invited us to her tea party. Many other important people will be there too.
All the more reason why I shouldn't go.
Please, Lady Letitia asked me to convince you to come.
Duchess Letitia is a friend of Eurydice. Her family I know. They own vast fields, and the people working for them produce the majority of grain in the Empire. Letitia is kind and compassionate. She took Eurydice into her entourage 2 years ago, elevating Eurydice's status in society. Well. Celeste feels indebted to the Duchess. I see, okay. Okay, sounds good, Mora. Good luck at work. I hope everything goes well, and hopefully we'll see you at the stream tonight. Thanks for joining for a bit this afternoon. It was great having you. Wait, okay, yeah, Celeste feels indebted, but I, Celine, do not. I have no desire to go to Lady Penelope's tea party and further embarrass myself.
Lady Letitia said that now that you have such a high standing in society, you should take part in the politics of the Empire more often, Celeste. You're going on the quest now, but once you return home you will still be the Saintess. You have the chance to be very influential if you use your opportunities correctly. Nothing bad will happen with myself and Lady Letitia around. Please, Celeste.
When Eurydice begs me like this, I find her pleas hard to refuse. I don't want to go, but she has a point. I am planning to survive the mission. That fact means I'll have a future life beyond just fighting against the Demon Queen. I will return to the palace, and then I'll have to hone my etiquette skills. I don't want to end up an important player in the politics of the Empire, but I also don't want to become an embarrassment to both myself and my sister. Alright, I'll go. With a heavy heart, I agreed to Eurydice's request.
Really?
Yes, really. Don't ask me again or I might change my mind. Eurydice grabs my hands and jumps up and down, squealing. She's so cute. Now you're the one not acting like a noble lady.
Oh, come on. Don't pretend like you care about acting prim and proper now.
Thank you, Celeste. I have a bad feeling about the tea party. Now that I've agreed to go through, I'll have to keep my word and do so no matter what. What is this tea party? Oh. The next day, I'm returning from training when I witness a commotion in front of the doors to the throne room. People dressed in rags and with burns on their bodies and badly damaged wounds push against the bandaged wounds push against the guards, who stand between the crowd and the entrance to the Grand Hall.
Stop pushing! We need to see the Empress!
Please let us through!
Mom, I'm so hungry.
Hush, love, I'll get you some food soon.
I turn around to look at Levi. Any idea what's going on here?
No, but it may be worth asking about if you wish. I'll keep you safe.
I nod. I want to find out what's wrong and how I can help. I approach the crowd from behind and tap one of the men on the shoulder. He turns around and gives me a desperate look.
My lady, please help us!
What's happening? Who are you?
We're refugees from Barwood, a town that was a mere hour's ride from the front lines. But 2 months ago, the demons reached our homes.
They burned our beloved town to the ground!
Yes, it's as my wife says. Barwood is nothing but ash and ruin now. We took our families and walked all the way to the capital on foot to seek the help of our benevolent ruler.
But our benevolent ruler doesn't even want to see us! I look past them to see the throng of refugees crowding around the guards, pressing closer to the throne room entrance. How long have you been waiting for an audience?
Since morning.
We've run out of supplies and money. We're hungry. I wouldn't call the Empress a kind ruler, so I'm not shocked that she doesn't give a damn about the refugees. If she hasn't wanted to see them since morning, I doubt she ever will. I have no idea how to break the news to the couple. They're looking at me with such expectancy. I want to help them. No, I will help them. Levi, can you run to the kitchen and bring water and some bread and butter for the refugees? If the kitchen staff don't want to cooperate, tell them the Saintess sent you. I'll go talk to Prince Noah. Maybe he can help, or at least tell me what else we can do for the refugees.
Yes, my lady.
Levi bows to me and runs off. Look at our girl using her position for some good. Love to see it.
You're the Saintess, my lady?
The Saintess! What I see in the eyes of the crowd now is reverence, and the emotion scares me. I'm just me, Celeste. I don't feel like a holy person. Still, I suddenly understand what the Saintess means to the common folk. The people step closer, extending their arms to grab me. I grow afraid. Levi's not with me. I gotta go! I'll be back with help soon. I turn around and bolt away from the crowd, running as quickly as my feet can carry me. The Saintess means so many different things to different people. A savior, a noble of high standing, a perfect archer. Yet why do I feel like none of those titles suit me? Still, I want to help the refugees, so I run to Noah's office. This is a nice office. It's, wasn't quite what I was expecting, but I like it. Noah's secretary leads me into the office where the prince is meeting with Tarek.
Lady Celeste de Coiras, Saintess of the Golden Bow.
I curtsy quickly and sloppily. Noah's office is spacious with a large green rug in the middle and several pieces of expensive-looking artwork on the walls. I'm not interested in the decor right now, though. I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're interested in the decor.
Oh, if it isn't the Saintess. You look radiant today. Must be...
Don't start now, Noah. Noah drops his usual smirk, sensing that I'm serious. Tarek was like scandalized, like, oh my, did you just talk to the Mad Prince this way? My goodness.
What's going on?
I met a group of refugees from Barwood in front of the throne room. They have been waiting for an audience with the Empress since morning. They're thirsty, hungry, and have festering, badly tended wounds. There are men, women, and small children there, whole families who have run here from the battlefront. Yet the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please help, Noah. Noah gives me a long look, his expression angry.
Even from my mother, this sort of behavior is too much.
I agree with him, but it's not my place to say anything.
Thank you for bringing the matter to my attention. I'll do anything in my power to help them. I'll find the refugees new homes in the capital, and I will make sure they're fed.
Thank you, Noah. Huh. Well, he took her very seriously. He gets a cookie for that.
What is the palace guard doing when there are so many people in need here?
The guard is protecting the entrance to the throne room.
That's... I'll have to have a word with William.
Clearly, the Empress doesn't want to deal with the refugees. Celeste, could I ask you a favor?
What is it?
Can you go by the priest's office and summon a healer or two who can tend to the refugees? I would send one of my own people, but I'm not sure who's on the side of the Empress and who's loyal to me anymore.
Oh, we've already earned some loyalty points with this guy. All right, I'll take it.
I think the matter with the refugees should be taken care of quietly, behind my mother's back. Tarek will help me arrange accommodations and food for the refugees, but I would like them to be healed as well. I don't trust anybody else not to blabber about what we're doing.
Of course. I can go to the church wing and talk to the priests.
I'm sure they'll be happy to help once they're aware of the matter.
I nod, say my goodbyes, and leave the office. I've never been to the wing of the palace where the priests reside, and neither has Celeste, so I ask a servant for directions. Soon I find the door to the priest's office. I knock.
Come in.
Whoa! Why does the priest have a nicer office than the crown prince? Holy crap! So roomy. Such gems. Alright. I enter the lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf upon shelf of thick-spined books, while a large, beautiful painting hangs on the opposite wall. Whoa! Who are you people? You guys have fantastic designs. I love all of it. 3 people sit behind desks. To my left, a green-haired man with a scowl on his face is looking through the large stacks of papers, not sparing me a glance. His table is decorated with shining crystals. How curious. To the right, a priestess with curly red hair looks up from the architectural plans of a huge building where she's been drawing something with red ink. She gives me a pleasant smile. At the podium in the back is Elijah's desk. The high priest gives me a surprised look when he sees me.
You've come to visit me so soon, Saintess.
That's the Saintess? The woman looks me up and down, then smiles again. I'm happy to finally meet you. I'm Meredith, overseer of the construction of the cathedral in Solace. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horse riding.
The Saintess, huh? I'm Gareth, Elijah's right hand.
Gareth barely spares me a glance. He must be really busy with organizing his paperwork. I'm here because I want to ask you a favor, High Priest.
It's fine to call me Elijah. How can I help?
I look at Gareth and Meredith, unsure if I should speak while they're here.
Gareth and Meredith are my most trusted people. You can tell me anything you need in their presence. Is something wrong?
I guess if Elijah thinks it's fine, then I'm okay to speak with his 2 subordinates around us. A crowd of refugees has gathered outside the throne room. They've come from Barwood, near the battlefront, and want an audience with the Empress. They wish to ask her for help. They have nothing but what they managed to salvage from their town before it burned. They're hungry and badly wounded, but the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please, Elijah, could you use your light magic to heal their wounds?
Of course I will. You don't have to ask me twice. Gareth, you will come with me. What? But the paperwork, the documents can wait. I know how much you hate having to organize them anyway. Healing's not a break, but I'll help.
Gareth gets up from his seat and grabs 2 heavy bags from underneath his desk.
Supplies to clean wounds and apply medicine the non-magical way. Let's go. Meredith, please take care of the office while we're away.
Of course. Alright. I think from what I remember, Gareth is also going to come with us on this quest, and Meredith is going to hold the fort down here, so kind of cool to see them. Elijah, Gareth, and I leave the priest's office and walk to the corridor in front of the throne room. Both Noah and Levi have returned. Levi and other servants are distributing water and bread from the kitchen to all the people in need. Wearing a serious expression on his face, Noah talks with the couple I spoke to earlier. Tarek takes notes from the conversation on a notepad, her quill moving quickly and efficiently. Slide onto screen. As soon as Elijah and Gareth see the extent of the refugees' injuries, they throw themselves into action, starting with the most seriously wounded. Their hands glow as they use their healing magic. Is there anything that I can do to help? Oh boy, now I gotta make my choice. Dang, oh boy, who do I want to spend my time with? I mean, it would be cool to hang out with Elijah, because I could see more of the light magic up close. But I gotta be true to my heart. Honestly, I mean, we all know who I'm gonna go hang out with. Here we go. I approach Noah, listening to his conversation as he speaks with the couple I talked to earlier. I like that you typed that, Samantha, and before you even were able to type it, I was just like, I'm going Noah, locking it in. No one saw that coming. I approach Noah, listening to his conversation as he speaks with the couple I talked to earlier.
I'm the mayor of Barwood, or rather, I used to be. Now I'm just the mayor of ruins. Huh.
Our homes burned to the ground. I'm so sorry for your loss.
The man huffs.
It's war, and the front line has been shifting towards Barwood for months. Even so, we held on to hope that the saint would be chosen before our homes were destroyed. That miracle didn't happen, but...
The man looks at me.
At least now we finally have the Saintess. Maybe once the Demon Queen is defeated, the ruins of our town will stop burning. Then we can return home and rebuild Barwood.
Yeah, locked in so fast, didn't even have to hesitate, just lock it in.
So it's true that the fire the demons cast on buildings is ever burning?
We stayed in the area for a week to organize ourselves for our journey here. The town was still burning when we ran off.
Dang.
We sent scouts to town to see if anything was salvageable. When they returned, they said the fire was still as hot and widespread as when the demons first attacked. It must be magical.
That's valuable information for our quest. Our party will most likely have to pass through Barwood on our way to defeat the Demon Queen. If the town has finally stopped burning when we arrive, we will search the ruins.
Thank you, but I doubt anything of value remains in Barwood. That chapter of our lives is over. We just want to move on now.
I'll help you as much as I can. The Empress doesn't seem to want to get involved in the situation, though it's her job to handle matters regarding refugees. I must go behind her back to help you out, so I'll need to be careful in how I approach the situation.
We appreciate any help you can offer.
The man looks around.
You've already helped plenty by distributing the provisions and healing the wounded.
I want to help further, though. I can organize accommodations for you and help your people find jobs, too. I can also provide rations until you're all ready to stand on your own feet.
You would really do so much for us?
Won't the Empress get angry with you for getting so involved with us?
She will, but it won't be the first time I've gone against her. I'm leaving the palace in 3 weeks anyway. I won't have to deal with her anger for long.
Is there anything I can do to help?
In my office, I have a ledger with addresses of people who agreed to provide shelter should a situation such as this one arise. The information is a bit disorganized, so I won't ask you to be the one to pull it from the book. Tarek is familiar with how I noted down everything. Tarek, please go to the office and use the information in the ledger to make a list of homes that should be able to take in refugees.
Understood.
In the meantime, Celeste, you can help me talk to the families here. We should note down which people want to stay together so we can assign the families to the homes more easily later. Is that plan all right with you?
Of course. I want to help however I can.
Excellent. Do you want to be the one to talk to the families or the one taking notes?
I can't risk Noah realizing that I'm unable to write in the language of the Lokari Empire. Yeah, I was just thinking that. A noble lady who couldn't write would be very strange. I'm glad he gave me an option that doesn't require writing. I'd rather talk to the people.
Alright, let's get started then.
It's kind of cool that he's so chill with taking notes. Alright, thanks Noah. Tarek leaves for Noah's office, and Noah and I approach the families one by one. There are really a lot of people here, but everyone is very cooperative, so we managed to compile the list in 2 hours. The sun sets, the sky turning dark. Tarek returns with her own list. It's about the same size as ours, from what I can tell. I'm surprised there are so many people here ready to help those in need.
It took me a few years to find willing contacts. Still, some of them may refuse us. Regardless, we should have enough space to house everyone. If not, I will buy out a few inns while I look for more people to help.
I give Noah a long look. They say you're the Mad Prince, that all you do is disobey the Empress. Of course, I know from the book that there's a lot more to Noah than that reputation. Yet Celeste's only opinion of him is based on Noah being the Mad Prince.
And do you agree with that image of me?
I do see you as someone who's not afraid to speak up, even if doing so means going against the Empress. You're also a well-organized and charismatic leader.
Well, rumor has it that your Count de Coirus' good-for-nothing daughter. Yet look at you now, organizing help for refugees.
I can't stand by when I see people in need.
I appreciate the sentiment. Not everyone is as ready to aid others. I might have said before that all one needs to be a good Saintess is good skill in archery. However, over the last 2 decades while waiting for the bow to choose its wielder, the idea of the Saint became a beacon of hope for our people. They need the chosen one to be so much more than just a talented archer. I'm glad the Golden Bow chose someone who cares for the well-being of others.
Noah's right. The more I learn about the role of the Saintess, the more I realize there's more to the position than just shooting an arrow at the Demon Queen's heart to kill her. Thank you for helping.
You were right to come to me. I'm glad you did.
Noah and Tarek start assigning people to their temporary homes. Since I can't be of any more help, I excuse myself back to my room. Wow, we did a good deed today. Good job, us. I'm tired. At the same time, I'm happy I was able to help the refugees. Aim and release! I spend the next 2 days practicing archery with renewed purpose. The threat of the Demon Queen's army feels more real to me after having witnessed the plight of Barwood's refugees. I know who I'm fighting to keep safe, and I'm ready to do more. This war isn't just part of a story anymore. It's really happening. Ugh! I miss. Again. The Golden Bow doesn't want to listen to me. I feel like it's actively fighting me. Aim and... That idea is ridiculous though, isn't it? It's just a bow with magic. It couldn't really be sentient like Elijah said. Or could it? I like that she's willing to be like, it's just a bow with magic. That's reasonable, but sentience is like going way too far. Magic, that's understandable. Sentience, X to doubt. Come on, girl. Release. Yet, I'm living in a fantasy world, so isn't everything theoretically possible? I know there are some bounds to magic, but I haven't been thoroughly trained on the topic, so I'm not sure of those specifics. I miss again. Stupid bow. Even so, I don't give up. I aim and shoot again. I miss again and again. Sometimes I hit the target, only to miss over and over again once more. Ouch! At some point I pull the bow wrong. Maybe I'm tired from making arrows fly like crazy over the past few days. My hand is bleeding. I look at the redness gathering in my palm. I can't continue shooting the bow with an injured hand. Even if I bandage my hand, I won't be able to shoot. The motion will hurt too much. I need healing. Healing magic is still a strange concept to me as someone from Earth, yet holy magic would indeed close the wound quickly so I could continue my training. I've already seen proof of Elijah and Garrett's healing skills during the situation with the refugees. I look around trying to find Levi. I see him engaged in mock combat with one of the other knights. I don't want Levi to find out I'm injured. From what I have seen in Celeste's memories, he always flips out whenever his lady is hurt. I'll just seek out a priest on my own. Oh no, she abandoned Levi again! That poor boy! He just wants to keep you safe. I know the way to the priest wing now. I shouldn't need much time to get this wound healed and return here. He won't even know I'm gone. I make my way through the corridors of the palace. I pass by the chapel. The door's open, so I peek inside. Elijah is standing in front of the pedestal where the golden bow used to be. So what is that, a mock bow? His hands join together in a prayer. He has a contemplative look on his face. He must be praying to the god of light. He could heal my hand, but I don't want to interrupt this serene scene. Just when I'm about to leave, I hear his voice behind me.
You're free to approach me whenever you want.
I turn around and step into the chapel. I'm sorry, you were praying. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Is that so? I can pray anytime, but I can only talk to you when you're around.
Well, damn, that was smooth. Ah. Somehow I'm embarrassed by his words and the smirk on his face. First Noah, now Elijah. Why do all the guys around Celeste want to flirt with her so badly? I suppose I can officially assume that Elijah is into me. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we could do that. What exactly about Celeste, about me, do they find so interesting? Their interest could work in my favor, given the love requirement for defeating the Demon Queen. If only I wasn't myself and knew how to flirt with a guy. You just gotta get like all cozy with Elijah. That's all he cares about. The other guy, well, and then technically Levi's already been into you for ages. Noah probably requires the most work. Elijah comes closer to me. He looks down and notices my bleeding hand.
You're injured.
I was just going to the priest wing to get my hand healed. I overdid it at archery practice.
And you want to just get this wound patched up so you can overdo it all over again?
We're leaving in 3 weeks. There's no time for me to not practice using the bow.
How's the training going?
Slowly. I still feel like the golden bow doesn't want me to wield it. I can't wrap my head around the concept of a bow being sentient.
You're convinced it doesn't want to shoot for you. Maybe you're the one blocking its power.
Maybe he's right. I'm an uneducated person who has no comprehension of magic. Perhaps I'm rejecting the golden bow instead of the other way around. I'm not sure. I need to think about it. I look down on my hand. Elijah follows my gaze.
May I heal you?
Yes, I would be happy if you did.
I need to touch you to do so.
He's noticed how I've been responding to his touch and his magic so far. Just being near Elijah makes me embarrassed. Maybe I should find another... maybe I should go... yeah, this is fine. You can touch me to heal me. Elijah takes my hand in his own. I can't help but feel shy. His magic pours into my hand slowly, its power bringing me that pleasant feeling of being home. The wound closes in a minute, fully healed, leaving no scar. Elijah lets go of my hand. I use every ounce of my will to resist reaching out to him. Why does his magic have such a strong effect on me?
Here, don't overdo the archery practice again. Though I'm sure you will anyway. Come by my office if you're bleeding again. I hate to see you hurt.
He does? That's kind of sweet. Or is such a response normal from a healer? There's so much I don't know about Elijah. Trying to keep a straight face at some of these parts as I'm teaching my manager how to use our new system at work. Good luck, Avery. I believe in you. You can do this. You can be strong. His role in the book was mostly to be part of the love triangle between himself, Levi, and Noah. The novel didn't go into as much detail about him as it did about Noah and Levi. Did Elijah have a lover in the church before the events of the book happened? Or had he never been in a relationship? I don't think I'm close enough to ask him about his love life. But maybe one day I will be, and then the mystery of Elijah will unravel itself.
What is it?
Elijah notices how quiet I've been. Ah, thank you.
No problem. But what's on your mind?
He's not dropping the subject. Abort, abort, escape. Forgive me if I shouldn't ask this question, but we've interacted a few times so far, yet I realize I know so little about you. Elijah laughs, a cheerful and carefree sound.
Why would you want to know more about me, of all people?
I'm not sure why I'm so interested in Elijah. I can't deny the truth, though. I really do want to know more about him.
Fine. I'll tell you something else about me.
Oh, he's taking pity on me? Well, I am interested in hearing what he has to say.
I have 3 brothers. I was born a commoner, a farmer's son.
Interesting.
When I turned 10, my affinity for light magic was tested, and I found out I was very strong at wielding holy powers. That's why my parents decided to give me to the church. I spent the next 10 years training as a priest and honing my magical skills.
Do you miss your parents?
I've seen them only 3 times since they gave me up, so no, I don't. We don't have a strong connection. Same with my brothers. If anything, my family was relieved to have one less mouth to feed.
That's cruel.
That's just life. Farmers don't have it easy, especially with the threat of the demons looming closer and closer each year. My parents have a farm that's only a week away from the battlefront by horseback. Should nothing change and the demons continue to advance, the farm will be destroyed by the end of the next decade.
He talks about the possible destruction of his parents' farm with such a detached tone. He really doesn't have warm feelings for his family.
My colleagues from the church quickly became my family. Gareth and Meredith, mostly. We all graduated from the church's collegium together 2 years ago. A month later, I turned 18, so it was time for me to test to become the saint. Many people thought I would be the chosen one, given my strong affinity for holy magic. I even took some archery training to prepare, realizing the odds were high for me to be the saint, though I'm nowhere near very skilled at shooting the bow. Yet the golden bow didn't choose me. However, the time came for the head of the church to change. So, knowing I wasn't the saint and taking into account my achievements and skills, the previous high priest nominated me for the position. I was selected and became the new high priest. I've held the role ever since.
Do you like being the high priest?
It's a lot of paperwork and making major decisions. I do enjoy the job. Most of the time. Has the information I've given you about me satisfied your curiosity?
Truth to be told, I'm more interested in small things like Elijah's favorite food or color. Aw, that's cute. Though I shouldn't be. We're nowhere near close enough to ask about such personal details. I don't know, I feel like his backstory was a lot more personal than, like, what's your favorite food? The tidbit he shared about his relationship with his family was new to me, but the rest I already knew from the book. None of it helped me figure out why I'm so interested in Elijah. Still, I feel like it would be improper to do anything else at this point, but nod and agree with him. Yes, thank you for sharing more about yourself with me.
I'm happy to quench your thirst for knowledge regarding myself. Now then, I need to return to the office. It was nice chatting with you, Saintess. We should talk more often.
With those words, he walks out of the chapel without sparing me another glance. How curious. In a sense, I do know more about Elijah now. Yet I also realize just how much more I might need to learn so I can figure out why I feel an attraction towards him. I shake my head. I've got training to do. I return to the training grounds. Levi hasn't noticed my absence. Boy, slippin'! I'm glad. I didn't want to worry him. I take the golden bow in my hand and stare it down. You're not going to win against me. I knock an arrow in the bow again and aim. I continue training until I tire myself out. The next day comes and I realize it's time for Duchess Penelope's tea party. I think she means somewhat the small things that make up the person you know now, while the backstory is the foundation of who they are now. Okay. Yeah, I could see that, Avery. I could see that. I almost want to pretend I have forgotten about the occasion, especially when Eurydice and Linda waltz into my room to get me ready for the outing. Everything will be fine. We got our cute little purple party dress on. We'll be fine. The tea party is a more informal affair than a ball or an audience with the Empress, so I opt for a more modest dress. We arrive at the Royal Gardens just in time for the event. Tables are set up and laden with so many kinds of colorful cakes that my mouth waters. If only I wasn't a noble lady. I'm supposed to mind my manners and eat daintily. Otherwise, I would have taken a full cake of each flavor all for myself. As you should. Considering how physically demanding archery training was, I could use some extra calories anyway.
That's Duchess Penelope. Let's approach and greet her.
Eurydice points to the lady, whose long purple hair is adorned with a butterfly pin. While preparing me for the party with Linda, Eurydice made sure to drill information about the Duchess into me. Lady Penelope's family has a lot of land as well as a large palace in the countryside surrounded by beautiful gardens. Supposedly, there are a lot of butterflies flying around. Eurydice has been to the Ventus mansion a few times as part of Duchess Letitia's entourage. Although Penelope is only in her late 20s, she's one of the most important players in the politics of the Locari Empire. Her influence is second only to Duke George's. Duchess Letitia has a large following of nobles as well. To be precise, Penelope and George are the leaders of two powerful opposing political factions. Duchess Letitia has her own following and doesn't engage with the two of them often.
The war is nothing. It's so far away and doesn't concern those of us who are in the capital. Why should we worry about something that will never bother us?
You're right, Lady Penelope.
Are the demons even real?
I hold back a long sigh. Duchess Penelope is the leader of the faction that believes less money should be spent on the war against the Demon Queen. I didn't realize until now that her beliefs were this stupid. Meanwhile, Duke George believes the Emperor should engage more directly in the war. He'd also like that more money to be invested in technological research, so that the army can be better equipped to fight fiends. In his opinion, the Empire needs to be ready to stand its ground until the Saint emerges. So, now that I've been chosen as the Saintess, the army only has to hold the front line until I can defeat the Demon Queen. I side firmly with George's beliefs. He isn't here today, though. This tea party seems to be a women-only event. Even if it wasn't, though, I doubt Penelope would have invited her nemesis to her private gathering.
I mean, have any of us ever even seen a demon? What if they're nothing more than a myth?
The Barwood refugees beg to differ. Eurydice gives me a look, clearly telling me to hold back my comments. But we literally have seen a demon. We've almost died to it, okay? Yet I can't stand by and listen to the Duchess's stupidity any longer. I have, you know.
Have what?
I've seen a demon. Penelope looks between me and Eurydice. Her cruel smile from the night of the ball returns, and my blood freezes in my veins.
Well, if it isn't the daughters of Count de Coiras, Eurydice and... the Saintess. Celeste, was it?
Oh, she knows very well who I am. I bet the whole court has been gossiping about me ever since I got chosen to be the Saintess. That's right.
Hello, Lady Penelope. Thank you for inviting us to your tea party. I thought it would be entertaining if we got to talk to the Saintess, considering her reputation. So tell me, Lady Celeste, did you really kill a demon?
I was right. Gossip really has been spreading about me. Yes, that's true. The whole gathering of noble ladies lets out shocked gasps.
She couldn't have! That's so savage!
I bite my lip. I should have expected such a reaction. I'm far from the norm when it comes to acting like a noble lady. Oh my, so savage to not be killed! How dare I? Why did I agree to come here? Oh, hello, who are you? You look absolutely lovely.
Now, it's not like Lady Celeste could control the fact that a demon attacked her. She merely acted in self-defense. By killing the imp by herself, she saved her own life.
I turn around, giving the lady who spoke up a grateful look. She has long, braided orange hair and a kind smile. Duchess Letitia.
Still, being attacked by a demon, it's not something
That's Letitia, never mind. Self-defense is just barbaric. Right, Avery?
It's not something she could control.
Right.
Lady Penelope huffs. She walks over to one of the cake tables. When she turns around again, she claps her hands and has a smile on her face that could almost be considered pleasant.
Let's get the tea party started. I'm so looking forward to the short cake.
The atmosphere changes instantly. Excited chatter ensues as the ladies make their way over to the cake, taking a little bit onto each of their plates. Servants are nearby, but we're supposed to choose cakes for ourselves today. Eurydice sits down with Lady Letitia's entourage. I'm not sure where I should sit. I don't recognize anybody else except my sister and her favorite lady.
Sit down with us.
I nod, relief washing over me. I take a seat next to Eurydice. There's one more free seat next to me, but nobody takes it. Amongst small talk, we dig into the cake. Thankfully, I know the proper way to eat sweets, so I don't embarrass myself this time. The talk at Duchess Letitia's table is much more pleasant than any conversation with Lady Penelope. I relax. At some point, Lady Letitia gives me a pointed look.
You really should be more careful about what you're saying, Lady Celeste. For your own good.
But what Duchess Penelope said was just stupid. The other ladies give me startled looks. Letitia lets out a long sigh.
That's what I'm talking about. It's fine to have your own opinion. Nobody will force you to agree with her. But you're the Saintess now, an important person in the political climate of the Lacari Empire. You may not feel like your role has changed, especially since your reputation still follows you. However, people are listening carefully to everything you say or do. You're a public figure now.
I bite my lip and look away embarrassed. I'm sorry that I'm so inadequate.
Duchess Penelope doesn't believe the war is important. Duke George has the opposite opinion. If you wish, you may formally join the side of either of them, or you may choose to stay politically neutral like I am. You're focused on the quest to defeat the Demon Queen now, but a time will come when you'll return from your journey, and you will still be the Saintess. Think carefully on what you want to do.
Right. It may be that the demon army will disperse once their leader is slain, or we may have to fight the remaining demon hordes for decades to come. The debate between Penelope and George may become unimportant, or it may grow into the most heated topic in the court. Be mindful of what impact your words have and choose them wisely. Thank you for your advice. The Duchess has really given me something to think about for the future. I've been so focused on my training that I haven't thoroughly considered the politics of my situation. Lady Letitia is right, though. The Saintess is more than just a tool to end the war. I'll think carefully about what you said. What's with the long faces? Someone slides into the seat next to me. A man. What's a man doing at an all-girls party? The scandal. Who is it? Oh god, it's you! Why are you here? What's with this music? That's great. I'm so happy. So happy. Aw, let's go, Avery. Getting that lunch break on the last hour of work. You love to see it. I turn around to see Noah sitting next to me with a wide grin on his face. Noah? What are you doing here?
I was taking a break from work and decided to go for a walk in the gardens. I saw you having a fun tea party, so I figured I'd crash it.
Everyone's just like, of course it's Noah. Why are you so surprised? I mean, I am, but I'm also not, you know? Just like that. You figured you'd crash it.
Perks of being the crown prince.
I glare at Noah. He chuckles. Who else but Noah could infiltrate / crash an only girl party? You know what? Fair.
This table is talking about such serious matters, though. Why don't you ladies enjoy yourselves more? Especially you, Celeste. I hear you're training really hard.
I am.
That's good. I like women who know their way around weapons.
Okay. I blush at the implication of what Noah just said. He's flirting with me again, making me embarrassed. And this time he's doing it in front of a table full of wide-eyed noble women. Just lean into it, girl. Give them something to talk about. Noah? I give the prince a serious look. Why are you teasing me so much? My words startle him.
Why?
Please stop flirting with me. It's really bothering me. You're sending the wrong signals, acting like you're really interested in me. You don't know me enough to be so casual with me. I shouldn't be this casual with him either, but his words set the tone for this exchange, and now I can't hold back the bite from my voice.
What if I have a good reason for flirting with you?
Oh, so he agrees he's been flirting with me this whole time. Well, what good reason?
I rather enjoy seeing you both blushing and mad. You're a great distraction from organizing the party for our quest. Besides, you know I can be serious when needed.
He's referring to when we worked together to resolve the refugee situation. He's got a point. Is this platonic? Very platonic. I can't help but feel mad regardless. I don't want to be your distraction. Please stop teasing me. Noah throws his head back and laughs.
There you are, getting all mad and flustered again. That shade of blushing pink looks lovely on your face.
Noah!
Prince Noah? This is supposed to be a women-only tea party.
Duchess Penelope approaches us with a frown on her face.
I've had my fill of Celeste's expressions anyway, so I'll be going.
Noah, people will get the wrong idea.
Have you ever seen me care what the court says about me?
I hadn't. They called him the Mad Prince, though, and he was really living up to his name right now, because he'd have to be mad to flirt with me in public.
Bye, Celeste. Good luck on the training. Goodbye, ladies. The cake was excellent.
What a line to say goodbye on. He managed to snag a bite of cake during our conversation, and now he loads a bunch of cakes onto a plate before finally walking off. Iconic, honestly. I'm not even mad. I wish I could act with so much freedom. Yet Lady Letitia just told me I can't act how Noah does. A shame, really. I mean, what's everybody gonna do if you act like that? In all honesty.
That was, let's continue the tea party.
The rest of the party is uneventful, if a bit boring. However, considering how hard I've worked the past week, I appreciate being able to just sit down and take part in light conversation. Eurydice was right about this outing being good for me. He really just wanted cake! That was the only reason he showed up, I believe. I avoid interacting with Lady Penelope and her entourage for the rest of the party, sticking with Letitia and her ladies instead. I don't embarrass myself any further. All good things. Very, very good. We love to see it. Well, I am sorry to say, guys, but that is going to be it for the stream today. We just crossed over the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna have to call it there. Man, this game is so much fun. I had a fantastic time. I had too much fun, honestly. Too much fun. I could keep playing this and just keep playing it and just keep playing it. But I will sadly have to stop there. Thank you all so much for joining me for the sponsored stream today. I really appreciate it. Huge thank you to Transparent Games as well for sponsoring the stream. I'm so honored that they asked me to play more of this. I had a great time. And if you guys enjoyed what you saw, I would highly encourage you to check out the links in the description below. I know, Avery, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that just when you got the break, I'm quitting. But I was only going to stream for 2 hours this afternoon, so I need to hop off, unfortunately. But I do have a link to the demo down below on Steam. They just updated the demo yesterday, so I don't know how much more content there is after what I've just seen, but this demo is hefty. Like, very, very much so. Not only with, like, replayability, but I haven't even reached the end of it yet. And I think I've played 3.5 hours? That's pretty impressive, honestly. So yeah, if you want to try out the demo for yourself, the link's down below, and also they'll be having a Kickstarter soon, so their Kickstarter link is also in the description. And yeah, I think that is going to do it for right now. Avery's like, it's fine. All right, thank you for not being too angry at me, Avery. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess that is going to be it. Thanks again, everybody. I will be streaming again this evening at 7 p.m. EST. I'll be playing some more Persona 3. Probably a lot of tartar sauce in my future. My brother will also be there to join me, so yeah. If you want to hang out later, it'd be nice to see you there. But either way, thank you for joining me today. And I hope you enjoyed Saintess of the Golden Bow. I will definitely be returning to this game when it's finished. If not sooner, because I love these guys. They're all so distracting in their own ways, and I'm just like, man, I want to smooch them all. I want to simp for them all. Aw, Avery, thank you so much for being kind enough to show up for Persona. That's I know you're really putting yourself out for that, so I really appreciate it. Okay, with that, I am gonna go get some water, get some food, and I will be back in a few hours, so hopefully I'll see you later. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, see you later.